Good afternoon, this is Landon Smith from Sense Memory, and today we're going to be having a cocktail that I invented myself. It is called a Vreeland, and you take 1.5 ounces of vanilla vodka, and you add an ounce of grenadine. Shake it up in a shaker. Then you top it off with ginger ale. And then not one, but 2 cherries. So join me as we explore a new fragrance from Alexander Vreeland. Cheers! Yesterday I had the great privilege and honor of going to Neiman Marcus here in San Francisco for the launch of a new fragrance by Alexander Vreeland, and to get to meet Alexander Vreeland, who is the creator of the line and the grandson of the great Alexander Vreeland, the wonderful creative force behind Harper's Bazaar magazine and Vogue in the 40s and 50s and 60s, and a great American icon in fashion. So we had a great visit. Alexander was really, really kind and sweet and gave me a lot of time, and we had a wonderful talk, and he's really a charming, wonderful gentleman, and it was just a great experience. And at the end of this review, you can see a little bit of what was going on at Neiman Marcus yesterday. I want to thank Alexander and Sarah from Alexander Vreeland, and Tony Mendez, who is a wonderful sales associate and rep for the line at Neiman's, for a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Oh, I forgot to tell you that one of the highlights of the whole event was Alexander introduced me to one of Alexander Vreeland's personal secretaries when she was at Vogue. Her name is Missy Grosvenor, and she was just delightful. I really enjoyed meeting her, and I'm looking forward to visiting with her again. So without going any further on that line, let's get into the review. Now, oh, I forgot to show you this. This is a wonderful book that I was gifted. It is Alexander Vreeland's autobiography DV, and it's just a wonderful book. Look at that. It comes in this wonderful little case, specifically made for the Alexander Vreeland line. It's a great book. I've read it before, but it's just so wonderful to have it. And if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. It is really entertaining and quite educational too. And it'll take you through the whole 20th century of American and European fashion. It really is a great, great book. So I highly recommend that. So now back to the fragrance. The fragrance I chose, which was the one that was being launched, was the beautiful, beautiful Smashingly Brilliant. And Smashingly Brilliant comes in this incredible bottle. And I just love it. It really is in there. It is just gorgeous. And you see it's blue, this beautiful blue bottle. And it just complements that red gorgeously. So I thought I would have a little blue on too. Don't know if it shows up, kind of looks black, but I'm wearing a blue, the same color as this beautiful bottle. So it's spring, taking off that hot old shirt, and we're going to go and delve into this very wonderful fragrance. This fragrance is really a great introduction to the line because it's not just for women, it's unisex. It is a spring fragrance, very fresh and just really delicious. So it's called Smashingly Brilliant. Of course, it was released this year, 2015. It's a citrus aromatic. The nose behind this fragrance is Clement Gavari, and Clement is famous for Armani Code, Black Violet by Tom Ford, Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker, and also in the Alexander Vreeland line, created Extravagant Ruse and Simply Divine. Simply Divine is something that I own, and it really is Simply Divine. It's a beautiful, beautiful tuberose. But back to this fragrance. The main accords that you're going to get from this fragrance are Fresh, spicy, aromatic, citrus, woody, and herbal. Now the top notes are a beautiful Italian lemons. The fragrance was inspired by Diana Vreeland's love for the island of Capri. And I'll put down below my written review at my blog that tells you all about that and a little wonderful story about Diana Vreeland and the island of Capri. So as I was saying, the top notes are Italian lemons, a succulent Calabrian bergamot, and these juniper berries that seem warmed by the summer sun. They're just really bring something special to this fragrance. And then with a little bit of true Italian dash, there's some basil in there. Let's try it on. I've been wearing it all day. It is a beautiful sprayer. This is one of the best, I have to say, one of the best citrus fragrances that I've smelled in a long, long time. It really is quite beautiful. And one of the things that makes it spectacular is that it only has one mid-note, and that mid-note is a very peppery, red geranium, and it really is spectacular. The fragrance develops into that, from this bright opening into that red peppery geranium, and then up from the bottom come the beautiful smooth notes of suede leather and woods. And so you get this whole feeling of summer in it. It's just a really beautiful fragrance. Smashingly Brilliant is an eau de parfum, so for a citrus it will last longer than, say, a typical eau de cologne kind of citrus fragrance. I clocked it in at about 6 hours, which is pretty good for a citrus summery fragrance. I really find that it lasted that long on my skin and just was beautiful all the way through. I really enjoyed that. And of course, like Diana Vreeland says, you just spray more on when you run out of that wonderful fragrance at the end of 6 hours. Just spray more on. It really is a fun, wonderful scent. So there we have my take on this beautiful new launch by the House of Diana Vreeland, and I hope you'll give it a try. This is Lander Smith from Sense Memory saying, remember, wear what you love and not what they say you should like.